Welcome to another video in David's kitchen. Today we're actually going to make fried rice and heat up leftover Chinese food. This is the perfect thing to do with day-old, cold, leftover fried rice that came from the restaurant yesterday. This is mugu gai pan that's on the left. Ate it for dinner last night with steamed rice when the rice was fresh. But this is set in the refrigerator for a day. It's cold. It's lost a lot of the moisture that's in it. It's a little bit hard, like day-old fried rice is. And I've already taken a cup and put in my measuring cup here. So I have a cup of the steamed rice left over. I have an egg, 1 teaspoon of regular soy sauce. I have 1 teaspoon of thin soy sauce, which is a saltier soy sauce that you can find in like an Asian or Chinese grocery store. This is a saltier than normal, and it has that fried rice flavor. If you taste this, a couple of drops of it on your tongue, it tastes a lot like fried rice, the flavor you're familiar with. And then this just adds a little extra umami to it. Golden Mountain sauce. This is an Asian seasoning sauce that just adds a nice rich flavor. 2 tablespoons of diced yellow onion, and then I'm going to add half a teaspoon of some fresh garlic, and then salt and pepper. But I've got my pan from my mugu gai pan here on the right. I've got my fried rice pan here on the left. It's getting good and hot. And so I'm going to dock you guys up here where you can watch all this go down, and we will get you ready to watch everything take place. There, I think I got you set up perfect right there. Now, we're going to grab our tablespoon measurer. We are going to add, I've never measured this before, so that's why I'm doing it today, so I can tell you how much oil to put in. There's 1, 2, you have a lot of oil to fry the egg and the rice because it's going to soak a lot of it up. There's 3. We're actually going to go with 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Looks like a lot. There won't be any left when it's done. You'll need it for the rice. And you can hear it already getting ready. We're going to add an egg to it. And this is, I really think for meat, but it works really well when the egg gets in there to really just kind of mix the egg up. You don't have to pre-mix the egg in a cup. So that's going to start frying. I'm going to set the eggshell aside. Now we're going to salt and pepper that. Just going to add a little salt. Now we're going to go ahead and add to that our 2 tablespoons of onion, get that cooking. We're going to grab our fresh garlic, and let's put in half a teaspoon. Throw that in the mix, and we'll give it a stir. That is looking perfect. We're going to add our rice. And we're going to just push it in. You don't really want to break it too much. You don't want it to break down to a bunch of pieces. And that's time for the seasonings. The teaspoon of soy sauce. The teaspoon of thin soy sauce, and the 1/4 teaspoon of Golden Mountain, little flavor. And that is going to be the perfect amount of sauce. Now, you see it soaked up all of that oil, and this is where it will actually start sticking to the pan a little bit, and going to give you some nice crispy fried rice. Now I'm going to taste it so I'll know how much salt to add. Has a great flavor, but it does need salt. So salt is something I really don't measure. I'm going to give it a little sprinkle over the top. You can always add more when it's on your plate. Heating up our mugu, getting it good and hot. And see, that oil is frying the rice, thus the name fried rice. So fried rice really has more oil in it than you realize. Now I'm going to add some fresh ground black pepper to this as well. Now to this fried rice, you can add anything you want. Any other vegetables, any other carrot, any kind of English pea, any kind of shrimp or other protein, a pork, beef fried rice. Add all three, make it a house special fried rice. I'm going to let that keep sitting because I want the rice to get crispy. So I like the crispy bits in it when I eat it. I did taste it again, needs a little more salt. And I told you I never measured my oil before. I've eyeballed it and I can tell now it looks like it has a little too much oil. It's actually not bad, but I probably would go with 3 tablespoons instead of 4. I think if I did that, it would be just exactly right where I want it. And because of that, I'm going to put it on a plate with a paper towel to drain. Mugu's done. It's hot. It's ready. All you have to do, you're not cooking it. All you have to do is heat it back up. So that's ready. We'll set that on the back burner. Turn the eye off. We'll get us a plate. And I'm going to drain the fried rice onto an actual paper plate. That way, that extra oil soaks right in, and it's the same as having only added 3 tablespoons. So we'll set that on the back, turn that off, let it take up a little bit of that oil. But you can already see how just wonderful that fried rice looks. And so now we're going to add it to the plate. And you can see there's that extra tablespoon of oil I put in, a little bit too much oil. No harm, no foul. And we are going to add to it our mugu gai pan. And there you have it. Now we are ready to sit down and enjoy a great meal. I'll take you guys off the dock where you were at. I'll put this in the light where you can see it, but this is a restaurant grade quality and taste fried rice with the leftover heated up mugu gai pan. And hope you guys enjoy watching. Hope you learned how to make use of leftover day old cold steamed rice. Make something wonderful. And I'm going to sit down and eat and enjoy. Until next time, bon appetit.